Hello, welcome back to Kyusha Style Tuning. In this episode we're going to do some paint correction on the Nissan. I painted this car a couple of years ago now. There's still some areas I'm not quite happy with, so we're going to give it a bit of a flat with the 1500 and we're going to buff it back up with a 3M 3-stage polishing system. Okay, so I'm just going around the car marking out areas with some tape of where I want to do a little paint correction. It's mostly fine scratches, some flatting marks and a little bit of orange peel. But I've noticed on the rear bumper, if you can see it, got a lot of solvent pop, a slight reaction along the top of the bumper, so I think that's going to have to be repainted. So in the next couple of weeks I'm going to whip that off, flat it down, give it a few more coats of paint, and hopefully that should cure that, make it look a lot nicer. Should also improve on the rear pods as well, so I'm not 100% happy with them. Can't really pick it up on camera, but there's a few little lines I want to improve on, so that'll be another job for another video. One of the main areas I'm not actually happy with is just under the door handles. You can see the light is there, you can see the orange peel in there. I think that can seriously be improved on. If you look at the rest of the paint, it's quite flat. And then you get to the door handles, they sit down ever so slightly. So I'm going to flat those up with a 1500. And I'm going to use a 3M system, which is a 3-stage system, to polish it back up, and then I'll seal it and wax it. Okay, let's get started. Okay, first get the paper and gently sand away any orange peel. It will be easy with the actual handles out, but I'll tape these up so I don't catch them with the polisher, so it should be fine. And I know I put plenty of paint on this. I think there's 5 coats of paint on this car when I painted it in this garage a few years ago. So I know I've got plenty to go through, and it's a direct gloss, so it comes off red. So I'm not going to go through because I know I've got plenty of paint on there to actually work with. The 1500 is not as aggressive as people may think. A lot of people go with the 2000, which is fine. I like to go with the 1500, it's a bit more cutting than the 2000. I'm just going to go into the actual handle apertures. I'm going to go straight onto the outside of the panel, even though that will polish it quite nicely. That's pretty flat as it is. There's a few areas I'm still going to improve on. Okay, that's improved a little bit. Now I'll do is I'll mask off the lock and the handle, and get the polisher out and do the first stage of polishing. Okay, just going to use normal masking tape to mask off the bottom of the handle, just so I don't catch it with the polishing head. So, down the top of the lock. So, we're starting off with the green head, which is a 3M 3-stage system. It's a Fast Cut Plus, which removes any 1500 marks, light scratch marks and swirls. I use this on a pretty much daily basis now. It's pretty good stuff. There are other options out there. This is one I like and I prefer. So we'll start with that first. The polisher I'll be using is a Silverline polisher. It's quite a heavy duty one. It's a rotary, it's not a dual action, so it's quite aggressive. I'm probably going to invest in a dual action one just for the waxing and polishing, but for actual body refinishing and paint correction, this is a great piece of kit. It's got the 3M sponge adapter plate, so it gives you a little bit more cushioning. So we'll centralise that. I like to just moisten the pad a little bit. Water. And then a little bit of polish. Not too much, and a little bit on the body. Make sure it's on the lowest speed. Okay. Yep, nice. That's the first stage. I'll probably give this door a bit of a buff over. Actually, just notice some little marks here and there on it. Okay, now the next stage. The next stage is the extra fine compound, which is the yellow stage, which removes any marks left behind by the green stage, improving the finish, improving the gloss level. Right, the next stage is the blue stage, the ultra-fine anti-hologram stage. Removes any swirl marks, any holograms left by the yellow head. Again, just a little bit. Too much polish. Doesn't take too much. Any residue. There we go. It's a lot better. Needs a little bit of polishing up here as well. This line here, so I think I might do that next. There you go. That's very good. 90% of the orange peel is out of there now. A lot flatter, much nicer finish. Okay, so I'll just tape off this area. Just to protect the actual leather strip. It's very slight, the orange peel, it's just where the actual paint hasn't been flattened properly and I painted the actual door. So I'll just improve that slightly, I think. Okay, a little bit of 1500. Along that line. Cutting stage first. Yellow stage, fine cut, running out of this. I hardly use any pressure at all with this polish. It's quite a weighty machine, so I let it actually do the work for me. I don't do any pressure, don't push anything down. I've also got the 3M head, of course, which gives me a little bit more cushion. There we go. Much nicer. But now it's polished, it's not protected, so I'm going to give it a coat of sealer just over the areas I've done, and then give them a quick wax just to protect it. Okay, so I've gone over the whole door with the polisher just to get any imperfections out, any slight marks I'm not happy with. So that's probably stripped most of the wax off. So what I'm going to do now is give it a coat of sealer. I like to use the Auto Finesse Ultra Glaze, which is the glaze sealer. So I'll give it a coat of that, let that dry, buff that off, and then we'll give it a coat of wax. Let that cure. I'm going to make a cup of tea and then buff it off and put some wax on. Okay, I think that's cured now, so just give it a buff off and we'll put some wax on. Lovely, just improve the gloss, no end. Nice wet look finish. Now for the wax. Again, I'm using Auto Finesse. This is the Auto Finesse Essence Luxury Wax. Quite expensive, but from what I've used so far, I'm very impressed. I'm impressed with all their products, to be honest. They're not the cheapest out there, but I'd say they are probably one of the best. Okay, leave that for another 10 minutes, we'll buff it off and see what we got. Okay, that's been a good 10 minutes, and we'll just give it a quick buff off. That's pretty much this door done. So on to the next door. Work my way all the way around the car. See if there's any little bits and pieces I can improve on. If it all comes up like that, I'll be very happy. You see me in there? Excellent. Okay, that about wraps it up, I think, for this episode. Still a lot more work to do. Some areas I'm not completely happy with, so I'm going to have to pay them a little bit more attention, I think, because I want to get this on the road this year, get to some shows. If you've liked this video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit the subscription bell as well, so there's going to be some more content coming on this Nissan soon. And hope to see you again soon. Cheers!